working on the 57 Chevy. What we're going to do is we're going to do an inspection because this car is going in the sick ward. If anybody doesn't not sure about what I'm saying is that there's a drag and drive week coming in Florida in February, and it's put on by Tom Bailey and a host of other people sponsoring it. Well, we got in on the sick ward. So this car is not necessarily drag racing, but we're going to be amongst the many other vloggers on YouTube and many people out there that race. And they are very dedicated racers, a lot of fun. So we're going to be tagging along in the week with this particular car. But before we can do that, I want to inspect this vehicle. Now, this vehicle was restored by me in 2003 to 2005. I worked out of a little 2-car garage in a house. So it was a modest build at the time, and it was just before we started the business Classic Car Creations. And I just want to give you a quick rundown on this car. We're going to pull the pan, see what it looks like, and hopefully we can give it a clean bill of health and make it go 1,000 miles just cruising. The car has done a lot of sitting time, so it's overdue by her oil change by a couple of years because it's not by miles. I don't drive this car much because I'm so busy working on the business, so a lot of things take precedence over my car. So, but we're going to give it a go over and see what it looks like, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can make this car go a 1,000-mile trip uneventful. All right, everyone. Well, I didn't get the right size. Okie doke, here we go. Nice and red, so that's a good start. Car has no miles on it, but the transmission was rebuilt many years ago, but the last time I serviced it, because the pan gasket wanted to leak, it was like I saw some chunkies in it. Hopefully I don't see a repeat of chunkies, but I do have nice clean fluid, so that's a bonus. This is a surprise. There's no Summit label on the box, but we did order from Summit, and you can tell, for some reason, we get these. So anyway, this is how much I spent. Too much. We got a belt for the old girl. Got ourselves a Wixie filter. What else did we get in here? Because we don't have our glasses on today. Oh, we got a tranny filter, and we got a pan gasket. So that's going to help us get our Turbo-Hydromatic 350 serviced, and we'll put some, and basically we'll do an oil change with some AMS oil. We get some 20W50 with some zinc in her, so she'll get some of her, get some good stuff in her so we don't wipe out her flat tappet. Okay. And yeah, I'm wearing a flannel today. It's cold. It's like 62. Not cold for many people, but for us Floridians and for myself who works in 100-degree temperatures during the mid of the summertime, it's cold. Hope the heater works in the car. So I like to do this. Get that out of the way. And fill the filter up. Sure is thirsty filter. The filter we got is a Wix, and it's for a small block Chevy, common stuff. Yep. Give her a little crank down on her. Give her that little extra nudge. So this is the old filter we took out, and this is the new one from Wix. What's neat about this filter is it's dimpled on this side where this one isn't. So the filter can kind of crush a little bit. Can't do that on this one here. Just something a little neat. Give you a gasket, but we're going to use a Moroso gasket. It's a nice gasket. I've changed the bolts. We'll find out. Okay. Okay, here we are at the back of the car. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the tires off just to look at the brakes real quick. Nothing special. I know everything's fine because I drove the car. This car doesn't have a lot of miles on it. It has a lot of sitting time, and the worst thing you can do for an old car like this is sitting time. This particular car's already had another fuel sending unit. We put fuel stabilizer in it. What's nice about the Tri-5s, I can drain the tank and put fresh fuel in it. So no problem there. I do know the gas gauge is fine now that I fixed it because the float died in it. Back in here we have the original rear axle, not known for being very strong. We did take it to the drag strip Riot 5 and the car ran fine, but the problem is with these rears, the spiders are very weak in them and they're coarse splined axle shafts. The axle shaft should be fine, but spiders, but we're going to be cruising the car. All I can do with this particular one here is just check it and forget it. Okay, going forward and everything, e-brake is fine. This is an old school car, so we have, under here, we have the old 57 Chevy assist. So it's got a ram assist like Corvette does. Actually, Corvette and Tri-5s are pretty much identical. That's how this works. Very barbaric, but it works very well. The steering in this car is actually manual because it's just a manual box with a ram assist. S10 brakes. They're fine. The engine, I just wiped this off, of course. Typical leaks in the back of the valve cover, back of the intake probably. We're not going to pay no mind to that. We're just going to change the oil. Time to put some of the good stuff in. This is the first time this car has gotten a detail since it was painted.
The other side is done except for the roof. Look at that, the close done.
What do you think?
I just think that a minor little polish and a quick throw down of wax, I think she's coming up nice. She definitely wanted some love.
Yeah.
And the windows and shit too. Gotta go find my detail brush though. I've been wanting to put a wheel on this since I met you.
Yeah, right?
That's a long time ago.
Painted this car in 2005. Can you believe it? This was the last car we ever wet sanded. This was the last car we used lacquer primer as a guide coat. That is. And then we used 421-19 2K primer. Holy moly, is that old school.
Yeah, you can tell it's totally different products all over the place on this.
Yeah, this is evolution of bodywork, man. This was our old way of doing things. This was the first car we actually clear coated here, because we used to single stage everything.
Yeah, this is, like I said, you can definitely, you look at it and you can see years of changes and techniques and talents and all that kind of shit.
Still holds up.
Oh yeah, beautiful car. Beautiful.
They all hold up pretty well. Geez, the Christine cars, you ready for this shocker? They're over 10 years old already.
I know. The car hasn't changed. I love the fact that car hasn't changed.
Shouldn't, with the amount of product we've worked with and the quality of the product, you know?
Yeah. Cost and quality, damn straight.
Yeah.
A lot went into that car.
Yeah. This one here was, this was a personal build. It wasn't supposed to be anything more than what it is. I wasn't looking to win shows or anything. I was just looking to enjoy life.
No, this car's perfect for it, too. This is, like I said, it's a pretty car. No doubt about it. I still like the fact that you left the firewalls the same color.
People, yeah, they don't understand that. They think it's either primer or something. Why didn't you paint the firewall? You left it in primer. It's like, no, I left the original color on it.
Yep.
The interior is original. It's an original 210. It's not a Bel Air. There's no Bel Air anywhere.
No, it's a pretty car. I think this is, I don't know, every 16, 17-year-old boy back when I was that age, one of their dreams.
Same here?
To have this car.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much exactly this car.
Yeah.
Right down to the craters.
Hey, everybody. This is Lee.
Hey.
Lee, good to have you back, buddy. It's been a while since you've been here.
Yeah, been about a month.
Yeah. Lee had the Rice-A-Roni?
The creeping crud.
The creeping crud?
Or the humongous fungus.
Or was it the Dodge Omni?
Wow, everybody asked me that. I figure COVID is apparently it's a major cure for the cold and the flu.
Yeah, right.
Because nobody ever gets that shit anymore.
You were here. He was here polishing a hood for us a couple weeks ago, and my goodness, I was getting nervous.
Yeah, I was actually a hurting unit.
Yeah, I wasn't happy, and to see you like that, it was making me kind of nervous. Christy and I were like, if you need anything, call us. We're just a phone call away. We can come over and help some way, somehow.
Yeah, I had to muscle through it.
Okay.
The just upper respiratory infection, and it's just hanging on. Went through the other shop that I work at, and the girls have gotten it twice now. Hopefully, I only get it once, but due to the fact that it's been a month-long thing. So
yeah,
I just want to get the rest of the crap out of my lungs, and then go back to normal.
Yeah. So what you got in your hands there, bud?
I got me a classic car creation 2 hats.
I got 2 hats in there? What happened to the others?
I don't know.
People must be coming to snag them. Everybody, I know there's some people out there, if you're interested, just email me on my business page, earlyclassiccarcreations.net, and I'll set you up a PayPal, and we'll get it mailed out to you. We also have, excuse me there,
Classic
sir.
Car Creations.
Yeah, thanks to Kevin, Mr. Ripsgate.
Oh, no shit.
Kevin did all this. By the way, I can't take credit for any of this. Kevin really loves what we do, and Kevin's a huge help here.
Yes, he is.
And phenomenal guy.
Haven't seen him in a while either.
He's been busy. He's been busy, and right now, as we speak, he's holding the steering wheel for his company.
Yeah.
So, Lee, what are you doing today on this car?
Actually, I'm giving this car the first polish job since I've known Earl. I've been wanting to put a wheel on this.
Yeah.
And he finally let me. He wants to take it to a show.
Yeah.
Well, you can explain where he's taking it, but...
Well, it's a kind of a show kind of thing for us. We're not racing the car. We had a video where we went to the drag strip Riot 5. It was really nice, and Christy got her feet wet with driving the car down the quarter mile. I can't say racing because 16 seconds is kind of you're just driving the car.
She was lollygagging.
Yeah, but it was really enjoyable for her. It was her first time ever at the drag strip, so she had fun. But what we're really trying to do with this car, since she ain't got no miles on her, and I restored her back in 2005, and she's got every piece and part of her from then, including the tires, the tires. So anyway, I gave her a clean bill of health up on the lift. The only thing I'm sketched about is the points distributor and the generator that's backed up with a power steering pump. It's all factory stuff. So hopefully it makes it. I don't have a backup plan on that one. So if it eats it, I'll be driving off a jump box.
Yeah, well, let's face it, the factory stuff's probably in better shape than some of the stuff we buy.
I hope so. I'll try to bring a set of brushes for it, and fingers crossed I can keep her going. We're also bringing some duct tape and some zip ties, so that'll keep her together.
A little WD-40.
Yeah, that too, right?
Can't fix it.
In a
Yeah,
can.
you might as well burn it.
Right? So we're going on Sick Week, everybody. If you haven't heard, Sick Week is a thing that's been put on by Tom Bailey. We got involved in it. We couldn't get Sick Week. We got the Sick Ward. So we are doing the VIP treatment. Everything but race this car. This car is not race worthy, but we can cruise it. So that's what Christy and I are going to do. We're going to try and vlog the whole event. And Lee, you're doing a hell of a job polishing her all up.
She's taken to it pretty nice.
Yeah. I don't have the time to work on this car that much. It is very rare that she gets in here and goes on the lift and gets serviced, as you saw. I'm working on client cars, and I'm kind of running to the right on my schedule with trying to make sure I get 2 vehicles that should have gotten out of here sooner than what I wanted. So you're going to see a lot of the 53 and the GTO get processed in the next couple months in these videos, and hopefully not too boring. The biggest problem we've had with the channel is it's just boring content. And I read the feedback, and I watch the analytics on the videos and stuff like that. So we're going to try and not make it as boring as possible. We're not good comedians, as someone posted on one of our replies on our page. But anyway, it's all good. I don't care about
comedic.
that. Oh, far from it. But one thing I can do is I can build a car.
Yeah, well,
that's all I got going for me. I can put a car together.
I was going to say, I mean, I've got the coordination of.
Well, you got the charisma.
Most people laugh when I hurt myself.
You got good charisma. Same thing with Kevin. Kevin's got good YouTube too. Maybe my only gift is just to kind of put it all together and make this stuff kind of work as best as I can. So
I just have a hard time believing that nobody likes to watch primer dry.
I don't like it. I get impatient. I push it on the car to where it runs to the dang ground, and then I'm ready to block it, and it's still wet. It's really tough, because when you do body work, it takes hours and hours and hours to do. Where if we did mechanical work, you just see us service this or rebuild that, and we're in and out. Mechanics, it goes a lot quicker. But auto body, it drags you in the mud. It takes a lot of time, and you got to really work everything.
Years and years and years of hard work just for somebody to walk by and say, nice paint job.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Even though you didn't look underneath or inside the panel or inside behind the door. That's the thing. One thing that we do in this little tiny shop is we try to do the insides, the underneaths, and all the nooks and crannies, all the areas that mean a lot more to us than anybody else will ever consider. And the reason why it separates an average job from a higher end job, because whoever goes into these cars that are processed through here after we're long gone or whatever, and you see he'll pull a panel back or look in certain areas, you'd be like, wow, they actually took the time to fix this area or go through this area and at least try to preserve it from dying. You know what I mean? Most shops don't do that, guys, unfortunately. If you do, you're paying well over $100K. And if then by all means, I highly recommend doing the work yourself, because no one's going to do a better job than you will. And that's a fact. Unfortunately, today, mediocrity is here to stay.
You ain't lying.
How do we know? We live it.
Yeah.
So we try to do our best. I would never work on something that I can't vision, and I would never do something to the level that I wouldn't want my own stuff done. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I treat everything like my own. So that's just kind of how I try to do it. And we're not a fast shop, we're not a production shop, we're not anything shop. We're just a tiny shop, but I want to keep it that way so we can keep the quality. I don't need to be in and outs. So, but I do like the small repairs, like we did that hood. Those kind of help, because the big jobs don't pull the money, and we try to work with our client not to take them upside down and shake every penny. God, it's getting dangerously expensive. Okay, with that said, rambling. You know what? Yeah, right. I digress. No, the materials have doubled, guys. It's gonna. The future projections of restoration shops is not looking good. And the reason why I started spitting these videos out more consistently lately is to get like awareness of how to do things with certain little things. And we're not perfect instructors here at all, and I'm the worst of them all, but I try to kind of give people an idea of what we do and how we do it, so it kind of gives you guys ideas to maybe get creative and work with the same product and see how it works for you.
Well, you got to go and you got to run on the whole thought process too. That once we're gone, we're all gone.
That's it. Yeah, we're it. You know, I'm already in my 50s, and you just turned
53.
Yeah, we're getting up there, and we're like the odd couple. You know, I'm trying to take care of myself, but we're still declining at the same damn rate.
We're watching friends go left and right.
Yeah,
to the point where a sickle scares me if I see it in the hardware store.
Last year was a very sobering for both of us, and we lost friends and family, and it's just not been
Lost
good.
2 this year already.
Yeah, and it's not good. It's not good. It's actually a reality check when you hit your 50s. And then not only that, the time is not your friend anymore. The hourglass is upside down, so we're running out really fast. But, and then the same process, we want to get people's cars to them as fast as possible. So,
Yeah.
And the workload is not getting easier because the cars need everything today. It ain't like when we first started in, just a little quarter panel here and just a little touch up there, and you're in and out. We got to go through everything. Everything's got to be redone, and everything's got to be scrutinized. So that's what we try to do. It sounds like we're rambling here.
If we were parts and pieces, we'd be thrown in the the sandblaster right off the bat.
Yeah.
And then thrown into the DTM after that.
Right.
So keep it in mind. We're old in rough shape.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely. Well, Lee, I don't want to take too much more of your time. I know you want to get back to detailing the car, but I want to let everybody know the 57 Chevy you're going to see in a vlogging, a daily vlog, where we're going to be going from track to track with all of the other YouTubers and very professional racers that run very fast cars. We're going to be amongst all of them, and our intermixing we're going to try and put up on this channel and show you guys how it's going from the view from being in the sick ward with the 57 Chevy. So it'll be Christy and I taking as much footage as we can, stopping for a night at a hotel after a checkpoint, and then trying to get all the video all put together and uploaded so you guys can see it immediately as soon as possible.
Excellent.
I'm going to do my best.
I think we'd make it better though if maybe you dressed up in a bunny suit or something.
No.
Just saying.
I'm horrible enough as it is, and I wear a hat full time because there's nothing left up here, and the wrinkles are getting worse.
Totally get that.
So,
It's
yeah.
not wrinkles, it's life tire track.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Right? Well, boy, oh boy, I got skid marks.
Yeah, I've been run over
And in more places than, forget it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, thank you for your time. I really appreciate everyone checking in with this little tiny channel. We're trying to make it grow, and we're trying to get people involved with what we try to do here. We try to stay humble. We're not experts. We're dangerous, that's for sure. But anyway, thanks, guys. We'll see you soon. We're going to be spitting videos out like one every other day at this point. We're going to try and stay as visual as we can, transparent as we can with this little tiny shop we call Classic Car Creations. Thanks, everybody. Take care. All right.